Sunday morning rain is falling. The video that you're about to see is video. there's a good story behind this. So I was sitting in the shop on Friday, and one of the regulars comes in. Record Reed, we call him. And he's like, I was watching one of your videos, and it was kind of on in the background, and he said, all of a sudden you just start blurting out this random song I didn't understand, the unintelligible lyrics, and he said it's like it erupted from your soul. And I was like, I don't know, that could be any video, I don't have any idea. And he remembered what it was and pulled it up and showed it to me. This is what it is. Girl, think I'm falling on the road, think he's in. Been a pound of road to go, girl, and I'm trying to.
I forgot about that.
So, that's Record Read. It was really funny. I don't remember doing that. I don't know why I did that, but kind of funny. That's obviously my Scott Stapp impression. One last breath. We live me ourselves. Let me ourselves. Oh no. Alright, so got some cool stuff to show y'all today. Some trades that I've done with some fellers, and somebody that's a good friend of the shop. He comes in and sells me cool stuff all the time, trade stuff, and he was like thinning the herd, so he brought me like probably 400 records, and they're all like really killer. Most of them are anyways, and so some of them I ended up keeping for myself. It is about 6 a.m. on Sunday because I am crazy. Alright, let me go through some things here. I'm trying to remember what all I got this week and what I've showed you and what I haven't showed you. But I'm just gonna. I don't prepare for these. I just open up I have a green box that I carry around like a briefcase. It's like a record carrier thing. I need a new one. This one I've had for a few years, and it's rode hard and hung up wet, as I say. But anyway, so friend of mine. Shout out to Matt at the shop is called Spatula City Records, and he found this record probably like a year or two ago. I don't know. And as you can see, it's called Sexy, and the cover is hilarious. I was just like, I need that record. I don't know what it is. I never heard of it. I just need it. And he's like, yeah, it's North Carolina. His shop's not North Carolina. I think it's in California, but it's North Carolina private press, like boogie funk disco. I was like, that sounds right up my alley. And so he was trying to sell it for a while, and it's just so unknown. There's no rips of it online or anything, and so I totally forgot about it because it's been a year or more. And I get the mail the other day and pop it open, and boom, there it is. And I just laugh when I open it because it's just so funny, man. Look at that cover. But anyways, it's on Cherry B Records, which I think is just, I don't think they did anything else. But yeah, it's not very good. It's okay. It's nothing to write home about, but there's some good moments. I would say it's 33% good moments, and the rest are garbage. What else have I not shown you? There we go. So I got a Wicked Clean, and when I say wicked clean, I mean wicked clean Zeppelin RL. It's maybe cleaner than my copy, so I gotta look. But yeah, the Sexy, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna put that on my Find This record this week. I've already ripped it. I just need to put it up there. But yeah, the Zeppelin 2 RL. I've got a friend that has some like heavy jazz stuff. He might be trading me for it. But that's not a cheap record. It's very expensive. So we'll see what he can come up with. This is called Sounds of a Jawbone. So what's the name? Is the band name Sounds of a Jawbone? Is it just... I think it's just like... I listened to part of it. I already ripped it. I listened to part of it, and it's just like different people that got together and played some like folk numbers and stuff. It sounds like just some conglomerate of folk people. It's pretty cool though. Anyways, I already ripped that too. So I got a bunch of stuff from Zambia this week. Hold on, let me go grab my little stacky stack of goodies. Okay. Thankfully, I was wearing pants today. Alright, so this one I think I showed last week. I'm not sure. This is called Sunburst. Africa or Avenue Africa. Actually, I don't think I've shown this yet. This is one I've been looking for forever. This is a really killer record. It's more, it's like funky with some Afrobeat in it, but then it's got some really good killer guitar, like fuzz guitar stuff in it. So it's like psychedelic funk from Africa, and it is amazing. But this is a group of people from, I think it was like 9 people from 9 different countries. But they were most active in Zimbabwe, I believe. But they went to Zambia to get it recorded and stuff. And so the record's from Zambia. But this is a really nice copy. The vinyl is really clean on it. This is incredible. I love this album. And a friend of mine found it, and we made a deal on it. So, in reference to that album, which is really good, is this guy. He was in this band. His name is Kazadi Mabia Salih Showman. This has not been ripped anywhere. I ripped one track of it because I had the disc for this thing, but the disc that I had was like trashed, and there was only one song on there that I could even record without it skipping. So this one's, the disc's okay on this one. It's got some deep marks. I'm going to try to get it to record without skipping so I can rip the whole thing. But look at this record, this cover, man. But apparently this guy did like a bunch of shows and stuff, and he'd get lifted from this crane, and I don't know. I mean, it's, the history on some of the stuff is just kind of mysterious, you know. And I got this Ngozi Family 99% Confusion. Haven't had a copy of this yet. This is really tough to get. You know, the Zamrock stuff is wearing me out. You know, it's hard to get good stuff from there because the guys that are finding records, they just think, oh great, I found a record, you'll buy it. But they don't care. They think that they don't understand the importance of grading, and so they just like, yeah, that's great, it's in great shape. And then you get it and you're like, what the heck, this skips like crazy. Like they do not think that grading is as big of a deal as it is. And so it's nearly impossible to find good clean plain copies because most of them aren't. You have to kind of judge by the cover when they send you pictures, like, is this going to be okay or not? I mean, it's a real crapshoot sometimes, so I'm getting pretty sick of it. And I don't know. I would rather just... I know a lot of people that deal in it that are, like, either in America or the UK, and I would just rather pay more for really nice copies than have to constantly try to upgrade, and, like, you end up paying that much anyways, probably. This is Wise Man by Crossbones. Crossbones was a band in Zambia that was the only band that had a female lead singer. Well, she wasn't a lead singer, she was like a co-singer, but anyways, dynamite Zamrock stuff, really good. It's a ripper. So these Witch records, so this was the one I already had in the past, and it's a little bit rough, as you can see. The cover's all destroyed, but it's Witch and hard to get. I just got this one. This one's a little bit nicer. This is a different text. The font's different in the past, and it's a little bit of a nicer copy. But yeah, it looks rough, but it's not too bad. And then this is a killer one. This is Introduction, which This was actually in pretty good shape. So it's their first record, and it's been hard for me to find. This is one called Kabasa. This one has like a little cardboard thing for shipping in it. But the reason I bought this one is I already have one, but it's a really killer kind of like Afrobeat type thing. It's in Zambia, but this one's really clean. I've had a couple and they've just been trashed. This one's a really clean shape, so thankful to have gotten that one. But anyways, let's see what else I've got that would be of interest. Oh yeah, why didn't I start with this stuff? This is the good stuff. So if you've stuck around this long, you deserve it. So I did some trading. One more Zamrock record. This is Keith Malefieu, which I have talked about him a good bit. He has 4 records. This is the hardest one to get and probably the best one. This is really nice shape actually, but it's called Touch of the Sun. And finally found a copy of this. Took me forever to find, but this one came and it's in really good shape, so I'm really pleased with it. But yeah, so man, I'm tired, y'all. It's been a long weekend. So a friend of mine, he's a good buddy. I've known him for a while, and we trade records a little bit here and there. And I had a copy of Morgan that was I upgraded. I think I talked about it last week, but I got a good upgrade copy of Morgan, and I had an extra copy of Orangutan. So those are 2 mega heavy hitters. And so he wanted to buy them from me, but he's like, yeah, let's do some trading. So we did some records and some cash, but the biggest one I got from him that I'm most excited about is this Danzig 4. This is an original press of Danzig 4. Really nice shape too. I'm like thrilled to have gotten this. So I've got Danzig 1 and 2. I just need 3 now. So here is another one. This is an OG Legacy of Brutality. Really nice condition on this too. So add that to my Misfits collection. This one's American Psycho. It's the original press with the hype sticker. Really nice stuff. And then Death Red Sabbath. I never even really read that out loud. Death Red Sabbath, I guess is what. Anyways, this is like 2010 press, so didn't have that. And then he kind of just threw in this Fresh Flesh 7-inch Danzig. So, anywho, that's some Danzig stuff. Hopefully you care about all this stuff. Another buddy sold me this copy of Africa by Demon Fuzz. Just that cover. This is one of those albums. I don't know what it was when I first kind of started getting into the whole funk thing, like obscure funk stuff. I really liked stuff, obviously, like Parliament, Funkadelic, stuff like that. I grew up listening to that. My mom loved, like, Funkadelic and Brick and Rufus and Commodores and stuff like that, like common mainstream stuff. And so when I heard this, I was like, that's a little bit crazy. I don't know. And like I listened to it again recently, and I was like, that's not too crazy. That's really, like, I don't know what I was thinking. But you know how it is. Sometimes you go back and you're like, what? But this is a fantastic record. I love it. And been looking for a copy for, I don't know, probably a year. When I realized how much I liked it, and just hasn't been one around. So this is a really nice copy. It's got some ring wearing stuff. Most of the originals do, because of that dark cover. But the vinyl is really clean, which is the most important thing. Thank you for being my friend. Alright, this is Nathan Hussey. The name of the project is Hussey. The name of the album is Ground Me. Well, something you might not know about old Dylan. Dill Daddy, as they call me sometimes. No one calls me that. When I was in college, a roommate of mine. He wasn't a roommate. He lived in the room beside our room. But I went to a Christian college, and so everybody's all straight laced and all that stuff. And I mean, and I wasn't really straight laced, but back in the day, I didn't have a beard or anything. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. But I hear this like like I don't to me at that time really scary music. So I walk over there and this guy's like doing pull ups, and he's got this demon tattoo on his back, and I'm like, he's listening to screamo music, and I was like, it was just so different than anything else I was seeing. And I was like, hey, I'd introduce myself or whatever, and he was really nice guy. He was a Marine, anyways, and so I'm like, what you listening to? And I think I think that band he was listening to was For Today, which became one of my favorite. Like, I guess you call that like screamo type music. It's hardcore or whatever. Like, well, back then we called it hardcore, but now that I know what real hardcore is, I don't really know that that's what it is. I don't know. Anyways, so it was bands like For Today, August Burns Red, Emery, Becoming the Archetype, stuff like that. So anyways, so then I started like really, as I was hanging out with them, really starting to get into it. Like I really liked it. And we would go to shows and stuff. And we saw like one time we went and saw, it was a huge concert. It was Under Oath, Emery, For Today, and August Burns Red. I believe it was all four of them. But anyways, really cool stuff for me. I liked it. So, my musical taste is absolutely all over the map. I mean, literally, about the only thing I don't like is polka. And that's like that's literally about it. And like some of the newer hip hop that's coming out, I guess you call it trap. But anyways, so this is Nathan Hussey. Fast forward, me and another friend went to go see Aaron Gillespie, which is the drummer for Under Oath, and he did like an acoustic project, which I really liked. He has an album called Southern Weather that's killer. And anyways, so he did like an acoustic tour, and then Nathan Hussey was opening up for him, and I really liked it. And I remember going on, back then it was called Groove Shark, and it was this website that you could listen to music to for free. You couldn't download it, but you could make playlists and all that stuff. And so when I was at work, I would have Groove Shark going, and I would just be listening to whatever. And this is at the time I was a graphic designer for a t-shirt company. Anyways, getting a lot of backstory on this episode. But anyway, so I would listen to that record Ground Me all the time, and really loved it. And I haven't really thought about it since. One day I came into work and turned my Groove Shark on, and it was like this long apology. Sorry, people, we weren't supposed to be giving away free music like this. We're going to jail type of letter on the website. And I was like, no. So then Groove Shark was no more, and I never listened to Nathan Hussey again. Or Hussey is what it's called. And then the other night, I'm just laying in bed, and I was about to go to sleep, and one of the songs popped in my head, and I'm like, I really like that album. Whatever happened to this guy? And so I went online, and somebody was selling this on Discogs for $30, and it was a test pressing. So I was like, yeah. So the sleeve is blue, and then the rest of it looks like that. It's pretty cool. But you can get the regular version of this for $20. They're on eBay. Like whatever label pressed it, they have them on eBay now for $20. So if you like that type of thing, so I don't know what you would call it, but it's people that run hardcore bands that went acoustic, but still kind of have that. They're not screaming, but there's still that flavor to it. Anyways, I like it. Sorry for that long story you didn't need to hear. So my let's see, my kids, they come out here in my record room all the time. Now that it's attached to the house, they love coming out here with me, all this stuff, and they start getting into stuff. They start pulling my records out, and I don't want to be like, don't touch that, because I want them to want to touch the records. I want them to want to be in here and all that stuff. And so, like, this is the record that started it all. This is last year for Christmas. Bought this for my son. His favorite movie is Open Season. He has like all the DVDs, multiple copies of the DVDs. He has like a backpack that's an Open Season. Like he loves Open Season. This movie came out in like 2008 or something, so it's like an old movie. So not like a newer one, but he loves it. It's his favorite. Paul Westberg from The Replacements did the soundtrack. This is a 10-inch. This is kind of actually a rare record. And this is the most valuable kids record I have. Because people that like what Paul Westberg like it. I mean, and I even brought it up to Jeremy at the shop, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I know all about that." Anyways, so that's a really cool record. I bought that for him for Christmas a year or two ago. I don't remember which one it was, but and so he likes coming in here and listening to the soundtrack. He freaking loves it. So that's my 8-year-old Noble. He loves that. So since we've been moved in here, occasionally I'll find one. Somebody traded this Sonic in. And so I brought it home, and he loves it, you know. So any movies that they really like, I've started to buy and bring home. And so you don't care. This is the dumbest segment. You don't care anything about this, I know. But Walmart did this Moana, and it actually sounds pretty good. We have the picture disc version of this, and it sounds like crap, but this actually sounds pretty good. So, you know, whatever. And then I got this Cars picture disc, which he loves. Monsters Inc. picture disc, which he loves. He likes this movie, The Trolls. It's a good soundtrack. Just got him this yesterday. This is Zootopia picture disc. He loves Zootopia. You know, he's big into movies. He collects DVDs and stuff. So, anyways, and so my other son didn't want him to feel left out, so I've had this since before he was born. This Jurassic Park. It's on Mondo Records, and then recently bought him this one as well. There's a lot of Jurassic Park records, but my other son Cannon, he's like really into dinosaurs, and so he loves all the Jurassic Park movies and all that stuff. Here's that Moana picture. So I thought I'd show the kids records. I know you don't care, but it's I'm trying to teach them how to handle records, so they know how to handle mine when they get to where they want to listen to weird krautrock or something. And then my wife, I brought her the Stranger Things soundtrack because she loves that show. Which I do too. It's great. It's a great show. You know, I thought about doing a episode about Stranger Things. You know, all these record snobs are like, I knew about Kate Bush and Metallica way before Stranger Things. And they get all like upset about people liking Stranger Things. And you know, and it's like, what are you getting upset about? Like, I obviously knew all about Kate Bush and Metallica before Stranger Things, but that scene, man, if you haven't seen Stranger Things, there's a scene in this latest season where this kid is trying to summon these bats, and so he's playing Metallica on guitar, and it's awesome. It's just awesome. When you watch it, I just remember being a kid and learning that on guitar and thinking I was just this metal rock star. And it's just a cool scene. It makes me remember those times. And so the biggest thing Stranger Things has going for them is nostalgia. And people play into it and they love it. And I love it, you know. But it gives meaning, extra meaning to things that you already love. Pretty cool. So this is on the Renaissance label. This is a Record Store Day 2020, I believe. This is one that guy I was telling you about traded in live at Ronnie Scott's. I have not heard this, but I'm excited to add that to my Yaz collection. This, so you guys heard about I've talked about it a couple times. There's an app called Whatnot, and I might sell on there at some point, but it's like live stream videos, and you can buy records off of them pretty much. And you bid, and like each record, most of the time they put them up for 30 seconds, so it's like really fast. And that seems like not enough time, but it is. And you can bid on stuff. And then like what I like about it is that after 10 seconds, if anybody bids, the clock starts back at 10 seconds. So everybody's able to get their max bid in. Anyway, so this Soundgarden, live at the Artist Den, was on one, and I just popped in, and boom, there it was, and I was like, and I got it for like a steal because nobody else was watching, so I got it for like really, really, really cheap. This is 4 LP, and I just got it in the mail and listened, and I realized that I already had one at the shop. It was on the shelf, but and I was like, whatever. But I ended up getting it cheaper than wholesale cost, which is crazy. So I was like, I'll just put this in my collection because I've been meaning to grab a copy anyways. But this is really good. It's findable. You can get them like almost anywhere. The colored vinyl on this is insane, and it's really, really a killer live show. I listened to it the whole thing yesterday, and it's just really good. So throwing that in my let's see what else. I got this All Things Must Pass with the hype sticker. I've never had one with the hype sticker on there. It's pretty cool. So I'll just be swapping mine out for that one since I'm a crazy person and I do things that way. Someone traded in this Impulse box set, and I opened it up, and it's just got like a bunch of stuff about Alice Coltrane and Ferris Sanders and stuff like that. So I'm like, yep, I'm keeping that. But there's a Rage Against the Machine. This is like a record store day thing. Mixed live in Mexico City, 1999. I've never even seen that before. This is another one. Margot Guryan, Words and Music. This is one that really cool, interesting female folk, acid, psych, acoustic. Really good stuff, though. This is like the original. This go for ridiculous money. This is Sunday's reissue, so glad to have that one. Got that one from, shout out to my buddy Matt Sands at Gold Pan Records. That was on Whatnot as well. Got this Anthrax record. One of the only ones I didn't have. It came through. I don't know where this came from. I think it came with a stack of trade-ins or something. This Sword record's really good. Somebody traded it in, and I was gonna put it in the shop and threw it on, and was like, I like that. Someone put this in the comments for that record video I did about the 20 obscure albums. This is called Ask Vader. It's one word, Vader like Darth Vader. Ask Vader. And it's like pretty good. So I looked it up and I was like, oh, these are available. So I ordered a couple for the shop, kept one. Pretty good stuff. Oh yeah, this is a killer. Called Black Rock. It's like a hip hop project where the backing band is the Black Keys. It's a really tough record to find. Really good. It's the Blackbirds Action. Really killer funk record. And you can find these pretty cheap. But if you go online to buy one, they're expensive because people know what's up. Found this one for $1 somewhere. It's called Bratmobile. The Real Janelle. It's like a 90s punk hardcore record. Anyways, The Dictators. This is a promo copy. Got that. Got this Clash 10-inch. Gosh, I got so much stuff. Got a copy of the JBs, Doing It to Death. Actually, I have 2 copies of that now, and they're both promos. Got an original copy of Low. My copy was a reissue, like an early reissue. And then the guy that traded in all the stuff, I got a bunch of Tone Poets from him that I didn't already have, which I'm sure you don't care about any of that. I'll show you 2 more records and we're done. This finally got reissued. This is Turnstile. The album is Glow. The artist is Turnstile. Really good. So these came out and sold out immediately. And then they started going online for like $100. It's crazy. And then they finally reissued them, and I got a stack for the shop. I never even got the initial release of it. But this is a really good. It's just a modern rock record. I really don't know what you would even call this, but really killer. I enjoyed it a lot. It's like a mix between like shoegaze and hard rock. I don't know. It's good. Just go listen to it. It's just my recommendation for the week. You probably already heard it, but and then this is a Jerry Cantrell Degradation Trip 1 and 2. I had a copy of this that I'd order, a new copy, and I hadn't opened it yet and to listen to it, and somebody traded this in. This is the colored vinyl version, so I kept this, and then my sealed copy I put out in the shop. Literally 5 minutes after I put it out in the shop, someone bought it. It was just like boom. So this is just really good. If you like Alice in Chains, I mean, Jerry Cantrell is really the heart and soul of Alice in Chains, and this is just an extension of it. I mean, it's some killer stuff. So, anyways, thanks for watching this video. We'll see you guys next time. See if I can hit that record button with my toe.